Hey guys, so today I want to do my piercings video because I figured it's kind of long overdue and it's one of the videos that is probably the most requested along with my tattoo video, which I have already done, and I will link in the down bar so you guys can watch it if you want to, but do that after this. Anyway, so I'm going to talk you guys through my piercings, kind of how much they hurt on a scale of 1 to 10, and the piercings that I had, and kind of talk through those. So I'm going to get straight into it. We'll start with my most recent piercing, which is my nose piercing. Now, I've wanted one of these for years, but for many reasons I kind of put it off, and then I finally got the cojones to do it. And I went to the piercing place in Topshop. I think I went after work one day, and I got it done, and I'd say it's probably like a 5.5 to like 6 out of 10. The only cringe thing about getting your nose pierced is that it makes your eye water, and that's what really put me off, because I was like, God, I've had cuts in my nose before that killed like a mother bitch, so I reckon it's gonna hurt. But it was alright, and I would do it again. I have a thing for septum piercings, but one, I don't think I have the right face for it, and two, I am absolutely terrified, and I don't think I could ever conquer that. But anyway, so yes, if you're thinking about getting your nose pierced, I would highly recommend it. I love it. It's probably one of my most favourite piercings. I did get a hoop for it, which we'll get to in a minute, but it's not the right size, and at the moment I'm kind of enjoying having a stud, and I kind of think it might suit me better. Anyway, so I had my tongue pierced. I've had my tongue pierced for years, since I was like 19, I'm now 23, so yeah, you guys do the maths. And funny story, because I kind of didn't tell my parents, and I got it done, and I would say the actual piercing process, I don't remember hurting very much at all, probably like a 3, 10 being the most painful. It's probably a 3 out of 10. The only bad thing about getting your tongue pierced, by the way, I apologise if you can hear noises because it's raining. The only bad thing about getting your tongue pierced is that your tongue swells up, and then eating becomes kind of difficult. They would recommend you eating softer foods because otherwise it hurts. I didn't take that advice and was just eating whatever the hell I wanted. But yeah, it was a bit of an uncomfortable period of time, but now again it's probably my second favourite piercing out of all my piercings. So let's start with my left ear. So on my left ear I have my cartilage pierced with a dangly cross earring. I hope you guys can see what's going on here. I got this dangly cross earring from Camden a while back, and cartilage piercings do hurt. Probably like a 4 or 5 out of 10 I would say for me now, after all my piercings, but it's probably like a 6 out of 10 if you're going to get your first cartilage piercing. Maybe a 7 depending on how strong your pain threshold is. I would highly recommend getting it done somewhere that does it with needles, not with guns, because you can shatter the cartilage. I'm not professional, but I'm just going with what I have been advised, so I would advise the same to you. I've gotten all of my ear piercings done with needles except for my lobes, which I got done when I was 10. So yeah, cartilage piercing. I've got this part of my ear here pierced, which I don't know what it's called. Enlighten me if you guys do know, although I'm sure I could probably find it on Google. I love this piercing, and the reason I got this pierced is because I want to get 3 along this part of my cartilage and do 1 like kind of big, medium, and then small. I saw a picture on Tumblr and it looked kind of cool, so I thought I might give that a try, but I have yet to get the other 2 piercings. I have my tragus pierced, which has a gold hoop in it at the moment. I'd say my tragus piercing was probably an 8 out of 10. Not only did it really hurt, but the healing process was a biatch. Like, you can't wear headphones, even the over-the-ear ones still hurt, sleeping on that side hurts, just your hair getting caught in it, the whole thing. It's a nightmare in my opinion, and that's why I have yet to do the other, and I don't think I will do the other. This is just my personal experience with my tragus piercing. So some people say that you hear a pop. Yeah, I didn't hear that. Some people also say that it's fine. It hurt. It was an 8 out of 10 for me. 8. Definitely an 8. I have 3 piercings along my lobe, so just the normal lobe piercing. Then I had a second piercing which I stretched to a 6, I believe it is, 6 millimeters. So I think it's a 4 gauge in America, but it's 6 millimeters here, I believe. And I've got a gold plug in there, which I got from Camden. These evil eye earrings, by the way, were my mum's, which she gave to me. And then in my third piercing hole here, by the way, lobe piercings I think are probably like a 2 out of 10 on the pain scale for me. Excuse me. If you're getting them for the first time, I'd say maximum of 5, but again, this is totally dependent on your pain threshold. But lobes are really not bad. So I have most of my lobe pierced on both my ears. So yeah, this third piercing here I got years ago, I don't even remember where. I have a nose ring in there at the moment because this gold nose ring is actually too big for my nose, so I decided to pop it in there. So yeah, moving on to my right ear. So on my right ear I have an array of cartilage piercings. I have 4 hoops that go down my ear. I had 1 like on the other side, and then I decided I wanted to get the rest of my ear pierced like furry. Although I think I had it done before. Anyway, regardless. I got 3 of them done at once and consecutively, not at once. Obviously with a small gap in between. And it really hurt. My ear was so swollen, and yeah, cartilage piercings do hurt, like I said, and getting 3 consecutively would probably not be advised if you don't have a high pain threshold, but I absolutely love it. It took me a while for this all to heal, and I also had a piercing in the gap. As you can see, there's a little gap where there's no hoop. That one never healed. I actually had it pierced like 3 times. Yeah, it just doesn't want to have a piercing there, so unfortunately I've never bothered to just keep trying. Then I have again 3 piercings along my earlobe, and those are just lobe piercings, and I'm thinking about maybe doing like a similar piercing to this one on this side, or I don't know. I want to get something else on this ear, but I haven't quite decided. I was going to get it in Camden if you guys saw my vlog. Now I did have my belly button pierced. I had it pierced the normal way a belly button would be pierced, and I also had it pierced on the bottom, but I had it pierced on the bottom once I took the top out. I don't have that anymore just because it never fully healed properly for some reason. After years it would go through, ooh, it's raining. It would go through like periods of being fine, and then it would be irritated, and then it would be okay, and it was just giving me grief. So after years and years and years, I finally decided to take it out. On the pain scale for belly button piercings, I would say probably about a 6 or 7 out of 10 if it's your first time. Once I got the bottom of my belly button pierced after I'd had the top and removed it, I'd say it was probably like a 5.5 out of 10. It still kind of hurt. Probably a 6. Yes, it's a semi-painful or semi-painful piercing, but I would always recommend getting it done if you want it, because you'll never get it out of your system unless you do, and the pain will go away. It's like an instant kind of thing. So I also had my nipple pierced. I removed it about a year ago, just again because it was giving me grief. I absolutely loved it. It was something that I decided to do on impulse in Miami one year, just because I wanted to do it and I was afraid of doing it, and I also am not comfortable just like having my boob out in front of a stranger. So I went into a piercing shop and I spoke to the piercer, who was a woman, obviously, because I wasn't going to whip my boob out to a man. So she was really reassuring, which convinced me to do it. She was like, I have both my nipples pierced, like, I love it, don't worry. Like, she just really like managed to calm me down, and she talked, well, not calm me down, but she talked me into it, and I did it and I loved it. But the only thing is, okay, so the healing process of that, the bleeding, like it bled, mine bled like for the day, for like, I don't know, I wouldn't say for the day, but it bled for a few, like, bled for about 45 minutes to an hour after I had it pierced once I got home, and it made me so queasy and I had to lie down with like a flannel on my head. But that was probably just my personal experience. I loved it, but yeah, it's a sensitive area as it is, and to have something there that's not like healed properly, that it was just, I just took it out, and I miss it, but you know, rest in peace. Anyway, so what other piercings do I have? I believe that is it, apart from my ears and what you can see. Those are all my piercings. So I plan to get some more in my ears, like I said. If I do, maybe I'll do an updated video. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was long overdue, and there it was. See you guys in my next one, and I hope you're all well. Love you.